Hi, you guys. This is Misty with Cancerian Chronicles. Welcome or welcome back. We're going to go ahead and jump in and check on the energy. So, starting off with finance. Wow, two messages came out. I don't want to keep them, but I do want to take a look at them just to see what it is. But it says, Flower, be honest with yourself. And then we have Tower, unplug and relax for a spell. So this feels like an initial message for someone. Could be one of you, some of you, none of you. I don't know. But there's something about like maybe someone needs to be honest when it comes to like when you are relaxing, especially when it comes to your finances, because that was the initial priority for us. So this is either if you are spending a lot of time relaxing, feeling like you need to unplug, it's kind of like someone needs to reflect and just kind of check in with themselves to see if is that what it really is, or I'm being guided now to all of this yellow, which has to do with like your level of confidence. So it could be that some of you guys are like sitting a little bit too much, saying that it's just you need to relax or unplug or whatever, but it's getting out of hand, right? And it's kind of like someone needs to perhaps like set a timer, and just like to kind of track how long it is that you're taking with your spells of like unplugging. At the bottom, we have villain. You can always rewrite the story. I feel like someone is in the middle of trying to change their story, trying to change how their life is going or how change their finances in particular. And if you're really wanting to make those changes, I'm hearing drastic changes that you're envisioning for yourself, you're going to have to get real with, like kind of, there's something about tracking your time or keeping track of your time. Yeah, we have raindrops, take a chance on them at the top. I feel like it just kind of feels like maybe someone is not taking a chance with whatever they're supposed to be investing in, whether this is work or some type of, I don't know, your investment portfolio. I mean, I have no idea, but there's something that perhaps someone is kind of telling themselves that, no, I just need to rest or I need to put something to rest. But really, you're not going, I'm hearing hard in the paint, like you need to go harder. You need to work harder with whatever this is that you are working on. Okay. And that has to do with finances. So let's go ahead and, if that resonates, then that is for you. If it kind of triggers you a little bit, like you're a little upset by me saying that, or then it might be for you. And if you just kind of have like, you'll know if it's for you or not. Right. And I'm being guided to say that it is being said out of love. And that's interesting because I forgot to mention that these messages, we're actually going to spend most of our time with our ancestor messages. And so that could be a message from someone's actual ancestor. So the card that finally did pop out for finance, our initial, it is the red card. It says forgive. So there's something to do with someone's finances that like your guidance, the initial energy is that you need to kind of forgive yourself. Perhaps you jumped into something before and it had an impact, or you made some type of move or money move or whatever, any type of move that had a negative effect on your finances. Okay, yeah, that happened, is what I'm hearing. And there's a sense of like you need to forgive and forget. So someone needs to forgive themselves, for the decision. I'm hearing come on down, the price is right. I feel like the decision that you made was actually the right decision. It might not necessarily feel that way. It might feel like, this has been a constant struggle, but it's kind of like someone needed that. Okay. So let's go ahead. At the bottom, it has homeward, which says take yourself out on a date. For some of you guys, whatever this was, the goal, the guidance was, it was basically there's some type of lesson with making sure that you are taking care of your self, getting to know yourself, right? And at the top it says sun, paint the sun back into your sky. And I feel like if anyone is kind of still sitting in the dark or feeling like they don't know which way to go, maybe perhaps sitting in a little bit of like the pity party energy. I just saw 5 on the timer, just exactly 5, right? So that has something to do with change. And because what I was about to say was like, okay, now it's time to go ahead and paint the sun back into your sky. We talked about rewriting your story, and so this is about making sure that it is even better than before. Especially if you experience some type of loss, something is going to be better than it was before hearing your downfall. If you feel like you had some type of downfall or something like that. Okay, I'm hearing you say potato, I say potato. You say tomato, I say tomato. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. So I feel like someone's ancestors sees it differently. So you know, perhaps you might see it or call it like your downfall or your lowest point. And it feels like there's an ancestor that's saying, no, 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 no. This was like a much needed rest, or this was some type of learning opportunity. Like they're seeing things in a different and actually in a brighter way than what you're seeing it. And I think there has something to do with like, if you change the story, like how you're telling this story, if you stop calling it your downfall and call it like your momentary, like your moment of you know, I'm seeing and feeling something about like the Hermit card, right? So just like it was your moment to unwind or unplug or relax, or you know, there's something to do with that, like change how you're looking at, seeing, feeling about, and how you're talking about whatever this is. Yeah, it says Sky Father, trust in the unknown. It's almost like you knew that you had to walk away from something, but perhaps you weren't really sure as to why that had to happen. And you're being guided, like the guidance is for you to just kind of trust in it. You did what you were supposed to do, or you're doing what you're supposed to do. There's something to do with that. Again, this has something to do with your finances. Someone may have like left a 9 to 5. Someone may have changed their actual career field. I'm getting kind of that type of energies. You know, someone left their job, just walked off of their job. And it's not funny, you guys. I laugh at the most inappropriate times. I think it's like a, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. This is not about me. So, someone may have like left working and it's like, oh, you know, shit, like someone doesn't know, like, okay, what's next? What am I doing? Like, what was I thinking? Why did I do that? And the guidance is for you to kind of trust in that unknown. We have at the bottom shapeshifter, right? And it says transform and unveil your gifts. So if this is something to do with like something that you've already done, and you're still kind of questioning why you did what you did when you did what you did, this has something to do with like, this is a time for you to, I'm hearing a complete 180, a complete 360, like however you want to look at it. Some people like to be more technical than others, right? Because some people say when it's a 360, you essentially end up right back in the same spot. And that while that might be true, like you can also look at it like, yeah, you might be in the same spot, but you've kind of gone all around the world, so to speak. And so you've gotten a lot of different viewpoints or vantage points. So even though you've arrived right back where you started, now you can venture out with like this newfound knowledge. And I'm hearing something about a glimmer of hope, right? So I still feel like that is a transformation. So, but I do know that some people like to just call it like a 180, where you're going from, you know, one point on, you know, that circle to like, you know, you're on the opposite end, and that works too. Like again, okay, I'm hearing again, you say potato, I say potato, you say tomato, I say tomato. So like there's something to do with like someone being hung up on semantics, or something to do with wording, or something like that, right? At the top we have Spirit Fox. It says trust your talents in changing times. You guys, this really feels like, okay, whatever happened, but again, it happened for a reason, and you're being asked to trust in that, and use this as an opportunity to transform, to shift your life, so to speak, because you are like, whatever you were doing previously was not allowing you to show off the real you and your real talents and your real skills. So even if you were making some money, I'm hearing a little bit of change, right? You might have been, and I'm hearing like do something a little bit strange, do a little strange for a little bit of change, or something like that, right? And I'm getting that in the sense of like, whatever it is that you were doing, it wasn't making you happy, or it's not making you happy. That's why there is the guidance for you to leave or walk away, or I'm hearing abandon ship, or like whatever this is. That's why, if you feel like, for someone who feels like a rug was pulled from under them, I don't know why I'm thinking of that or seeing that, really. It was for a reason, because someone was using like their job or something as a crutch. And yeah, you might have been bringing in a little bit of money, a little bit of change. For some of us, we might consider it a lot, especially if you feel like you had a downfall and you're making minimal, like you're making very little money compared to what you were making before, or you're not making anything, so to speak. It really is nothing compared to once you decide to go all in. I'm seeing 11:11 on the timer. Once you decide to go all in, like, that's where things are really going to start to flow for you. So let's see if we can get one more with this one when it comes to finances. If we don't get another one, then I'm going to take that as we'll do one more, because I have a thing about threes. So if not, then we will go ahead. Oh, there we go. So I don't need to finish that. So we have Animal Guardian, trust your instinct. So again, like, seriously, we have like, someone really needs to forgive themselves for a decision that they made. You feel like you're starting to question or second, have second thoughts, or doubts or something about a decision that you made that might seem to have, or might have affected your finances negatively, so to speak. But you have to forgive that, and you have to trust that you did, like, you made the right call. You did whatever it is that you are supposed to do. You did something out of instinct. You may feel like you did something just like a rash decision, or something like that. But whatever you did, it is exactly what you were meant to do, and you are going to have to just kind of trust in that. I'm looking at the little baby deer that she's holding in her arms. I feel like there is a sense of like, someone is about to give birth to, or like you've been holding or caring for something like a little baby, so to speak, and now it's time to transform that and put it, or bring it to another level, right? Yeah, something about a doe versus a deer, or something like you're really meant to make something grow. And I don't know why, but I'm being guided to deer. I'm typing in the meaning of deer, and I was hearing dear Darla, right? So there's that, dear Darla, I hate your stinking guts. So there's something about authority with the deer. What else? I'm not guided to any of those. What am I guided to? This is going kind of slow. Wealth, ancestors, being successful, or even communication with the underworld. Those are some of the options that I'm seeing. This is something about ancestors. I feel like for some of you guys, you may have been kind of using your gifts, your ability to communicate with your ancestors, but minimally. And there's something to do with like needing to, I'm hearing tap, tap, tap in. Someone needs to tap in a little bit more. And I'm hearing for some of you guys and actually follow the guidance, right? At the bottom, it says, yeah, connect with your emotions with this water guardian. I feel like there's something like whatever these emotions that you go through, I'm hearing spiraling emotions for someone. But there's something to do with like your connection with your ancestors, and it having something to do with your emotional state. I almost feel like for some of you guys, you need to know that you need to remain at a certain level of frequency in order to tap in. And so, if you're spending a lot of time worried about finances or worried about money, it knocks you off of like that scope or that level of frequency that you need to be in which you can actually communicate with your ancestors, meaning that your ability to actually hear the guidance that you're receiving from your ancestors is not that they have left you, abandoned you, forsaken you, or anything like that. They're still speaking, they're still talking, they're still trying to guide you, but I feel like there's some type of transmission interference. There's some type of interference because you're not quite at that level of frequency. I'm getting the sense of like, you know, someone being tuned in like to the wrong channel even. So there's something to do with that. At the top it says direction guardian, choose your path. I feel like I need to say whatever it is that you want to do with your finances, it doesn't even really matter. I'm hearing nothing really matters. So it doesn't matter. It's you know, I'm about to say it's irrelevant, but it's not. You know, it's whatever makes you happy, whatever you feel like you can keep up, like where you can keep that energy is what I'm sensing. But the guidance is like, as far as your ancestors are concerned, they're going to carry you, they're going to support you, but you need to pick something and you need to kind of stick to it, is what I'm feeling with that. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on and see what we get for this self-care. What do we have for self-care? What do we need to know? Oh, okay. So this one flipped all the way over. It says, which justice is coming? At the bottom is universe, we're all just stardust. And at the top we have stars, you can manifest your every wish. I feel like what you guys, some of you guys don't know is that whatever this is, like if there's something that you're trying to manifest, it is definitely coming in. You don't see that what you're manifesting, every single thing that you're working to manifest is there for you, or it's come in, or it's coming in, but it depends on how well you are taking care of yourself, how much you are honoring and cherishing yourself. I'm getting the sense of like not putting others and or other people's needs before your own. I just split the deck and it's right back to the sun. Paint the sun back into your sky. There's something to do with making sure that you are focusing in on your needs, or kind of tapping in and touching base with your, I'm hearing something about fine tuning. This might be a way for you to kind of get back on track. Kind of like I'm hearing, start your engine. This is a way to kind of keep your motor running. And it has to do with your self-care and your manifestations. I feel like seriously, they depend on how well you are taking care of yourself. I feel like something flipped over, but I don't. It didn't. Okay, no, I didn't. So let's go ahead and let's keep going. Okay, let's see. What do we need to know? Alrighty. Yeah, we have Eagle see from a higher perspective. When you indulge in your self-care routines, there's something to do with you building, like it opening your eye is what I'm getting. Specifically for some of you guys, this has to do with it opens up your third eye and you're able to see solutions where previously you were seeing problems. There's something to do with that, like you taking care of yourself is how I'm hearing at ease, right? Like at ease soldier, there's something to do with that. This puts you at ease when you're in this self-care mode, which is also something that's going to help you to actually see your manifestations quicker, or like seeing things from a new perspective or a new lens, where you realize that like it's already there, right? Yeah, seer is at the bottom. See beyond the current situations. Yeah, there's something to do with like, especially when you're not taking care of yourself, you could be kind of stuck in like a victim mentality. You don't see the forest for the trees. You don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? You all you see is like your here and now, and your like current perspective, lower level perspective of the physical. But there's something to do with like at a higher angle or at a different angle, it looks different, right? What was that at the top? Oracle. I had already started to Oracle, wait for important information. So for some of you guys, you need to know also that when you're indulging or engaging in your self-care routines and practices, this is a way like for you to receive some type of critical information or some type of downloads or next steps when it comes to, what's best for you, or, something that really possibly that you've manifested in or you're working to manifest in. What's trying to pop out, I'm not going to keep these, but it's Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. And we have Oracle, wait for important information, went ahead and came out. So it's kind of like there's a sense of like someone needs to make sure that you have done like your planning and thinking things through. And once you get into like that self-care routine or self-care mode, it's almost like you're able to, I see someone kind of doing like a skeleton level or like the bare bones, bare minimum of a plan. And the more that you spend your time doing your loving on yourself, taking care of yourself, that's where you get that information. Yeah, medicine guardian at the top, be open to healing information. That's where like you have opened yourself up in the way or in the sense that you get to see like more of like what direction you want to go or what your next steps are going to be. It's like those types of I'm hearing for some of you guys spiritual downloads, but there's something to do with like some type of information being downloaded. But this is only when you are focusing in or honing in on your self-care. Yeah, autumn is release the old and rest. I was about to say something about reset. So obviously when you focus on your self-care, it's a way for you to reset, but also that rest leaves you feeling rejuvenated. You release the old thoughts or the old patterns or whatever that is during this time of self-care. And again, that leads to someone's manifestation, so to speak. Okay. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and look at love. And you guys, this is a little mat that I created today, and I used my little laminating machine just because I just wanted to, because I just wanted to see like what is it going to look like with me just kind of focusing in or like having the visual representation for each section to kind of keep me on track, to keep me focused. I don't know why I'm talking about that. I feel like that's important for someone. Like someone needs to put some type of systems in place that are going to, I'm hearing something about airtight alibi for someone, but it's something I'm hearing that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Like there's some type of visual cues or something that you need to create for yourself that is going to keep you on target or on track and organized or something like that with whatever this is that you have going on. That's way too many, and I'm not even going to look at that, right? So we're trying to move on to love, and we'll see if we get anything when it comes to this one, aside from these huge chunks of cards. Let's see, messages. Ooh, there we go. All right, I'm here and don't talk about it, be about it. So we have bitch fire, stand up for yourself. So someone needs to know when it comes to love, right? There is, like, in any relationship that you're in, you need to be willing, ready and willing to stand your ground is what I'm hearing, but also to stand up for yourself. There's a sense of like someone being, I'm hearing lost in the sauce. I don't know where all of these are coming from, but someone being lost in the sauce or losing themselves. I'm hearing Eminem, you're going to lose yourself, something, blah, 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 whatever in the moment, or, but don't miss your chance. Like, there's something about someone getting so lost in or so caught up in like some type of relationship, or I'm hearing now something about a karmic cycle, but you're being so caught up in it when it comes to love or romance that you're losing yourself. And so there's something that, like, this is something that is, my tummy is now growling or whatever that is. But there's something to do with, like, this doesn't sit well with someone's ancestors, right? They want you to make sure that you're standing up for yourself at all times, especially if we are talking about, in love or something like that. If you're standing up for yourself and people are being disrespectful, someone's being disrespectful, or they're not honoring your need for open lines of communication is what I'm hearing. They're not open to hearing your side or your perspective, or respecting your boundaries, even like here we have at the bottom tree. You need to make sure that you let them go. If someone doesn't like when you stand up for yourself, it's not really that they don't like you standing up for yourself because you've done something wrong to them, aside from like they feel like they're losing control of you, and that's all that is. And if someone is in the relationship to control you, that's not really something that you want to stick around for. At the top, we have raindrops, take a chance on them. So I almost feel like, even for some of you guys, the guidance is, when it comes to love, if you are trying, first of all, give someone a chance. Like, someone might not even be standing up for themselves or expressing how they feel in a relationship. I'm hearing, the way you're making me feel, baby. So someone is not even expressing how something makes them feel. Like, you're not standing up for yourself. You might be, I'm looking at this yellow, someone might be lacking in confidence when it comes to that, but you're honestly not giving that person a chance or an opportunity to do better and to be better, because for some of you guys, this person can, but they're, like, don't expect them to be able to read your mind, just like they shouldn't expect you to read theirs. I split the deck, and there's library. Take control of your own narrative. So again, that we talked earlier about a victim mentality. I think that had to do with finances even, but there could be, for some of you guys, like this I don't know, this feeling or this habit, right, of, feeling like you're a victim in a relationship, but you're not a victim. I'm hearing some, baby, I'm a victim of circumstances. Why you don't believe me? I don't understand it. Yeah, I'm even hearing the part where he says, try to slick a pane of oil, something like that. So it's almost like, but I feel like that's your higher self or your ancestors actually talking to you to say, look, you're trying to run game on yourself. You're not a victim of your circumstances. Like, you just have to make sure that you're standing up for yourself, right? So, yeah. And if they don't respect that, then that's your cue. That's your sign to let it go. Let it go. Let it go. She-wolf, unleash the wild within. I feel like someone, like, this is serious. Like, someone is bottling something up. Like, there's a sense of that, like bottling up your feelings, or bottling up how you think or feel about a particular situation. And we have sun, enjoy success and happiness. The only way you're going to really truly be happy in a relationship is if you are free to express yourself, right? Yeah. There's something about, yeah, there's something about igniting. I keep doing that. At the top was Mirror Guardian. Take time to reflect. Someone does need, I'm hearing time out, right? So someone does need time and opportunity to kind of sit on that. Yeah. Something about what you think about those apples or something like that. Someone needs to sit on that. Okay, let's keep going. What do we need to know? Okay. We have great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. There's something to do with like you guys have already had plenty of opportunities to learn from previous instances or situations that you've been in. And we talked about something about the learning of lessons earlier. I forget which little category there, but when it comes to love and romance, someone needs to go ahead and make sure that you're learning from past situations and implementing it, not just, learning the information, but you're implementing, you're following through with it. And if you're on some type of spiritual journey, like, you're on a spiritual journey, you have definitely learned some lessons in love. You've learned some lessons when it comes to, I'm thinking back to the spiritual experiences. You've learned some things about different laws of the universe, and you need to actually make sure that you're implementing and that you're staying true to that. Yeah, we have White Witch, be the light. And I feel like this is like someone is meant to use these experiences, these lessons, for some of you guys, and we've had this energy before, but someone is supposed to do something with like communication. Maybe you're a speaker, maybe you're an author, like you're writing something, but you're using this to allow and to assist other people in finding their voice, in their ability to set healthy boundaries, and their ability to stand up for themselves, to speak up for themselves. My throat is getting really, really sore. We have drum, dream, and journey. So that's what we have for that one. Dream and journey. I don't know. I really feel like the more that someone speaks up in these relationships, it's actually going to lead like, it's going to lead to some type of dreams that you've had. Like it's coming true, or like it's gonna lead to you like opening up, oh my gosh, some doors, right? Yeah, there's something about all paths lead to Rome. Okay, let's go ahead and look at home. What do we need to know about home? Guess I'm getting sleepy right on time. Messages for home. Okay. Yeah, we have sword, make the change. Someone needs to make some type of changes when it comes to home or home life. Either you're meant to move specifically, like that dramatic or that drastic of a change, or you're meant to make some type of actual changes in your house, in your home. It could be the makeup of your home, meaning like the people in it, or this could have something to do with the actual physical building. For this message, I'm getting that this is specifically about, like your actual home. So either you're meant to make this dramatic change in where you are like leaving the home, or you're doing something to do with like reorganizing, cleaning, painting, like whatever. There's something to do where you're going to completely revamp your home. For some of you guys, this has something to do with being able to sell your home. And for some of you guys, this is going to be the start of, this is a beautiful, like I'm hearing something about the start of a beautiful friendship. So this could be something that's going to actually open you up, like once you make these changes to the home or sell this home even, it's going to lead to a lot of really good partnerships. Like you're going to make some really good deal, some really good deal, and it's going to open up doors or a line of communication between yourself and potential business partners, or something to do with that, right? Okay. At the bottom is thorns weave together the crown you deserve. And at the top, and I feel like even with that, you guys, like even if it's not meant for you to sell your home, like you deserve these upgrades. I feel like this could very well have something to do with upgrading your home, right? And it's something that you actually, not only do you want it, not only do you feel like you need it, right? Well, you do need it. Yeah, you do. And we have raindrops, take a chance on them. Someone needs to take a chance with, making these changes to the home. I split the deck, and there's something about confidence. It comes with time and practice. If this is like the first home or house that you're working on in this particular way, I feel like some of you guys might end up being like something to do with potentially with real estate, and your home might be the first home that you ever officially sell, is what I feel like for some of you guys. And with each home thereafter, is what I'm getting. Like you're going to get better and better. Like you're just going to continue to kind of build yourself up. But I feel like this is, I'm hearing something about at a snail's pace. So someone might be working very slowly to make these kind of changes to the home. But it's like it's going to actually work in your benefit, to make sure that you're starting off with the house that you're currently in. Like, for some of you guys, either you're moving or you're making some very dramatic changes, or something to do with upkeep that has to do with your home. We have shaman, trust in higher forces. At the bottom, take charge with authority. And at the top, earth guardian, stay rooted and grounded. If someone is feeling like very insecure about their home or about their home life, the guidance is for you to trust that everything, I'm here, everything's gonna be all right. Yeah, everything is going to be all right. Just know that everything is going to be taken care of. Like there's something to do with wisdom. Someone has the wisdom or like the experience to see that everything definitely does work in your favor. Yeah. So when you're starting to feel like, I'm here, we fall down, then we get up. Like no matter what, if you're knocked down, like you're going to get back up, and you're going to rebuild yourself bigger and better than ever, baby. So there's something to do with that. Okay. What else do we need to know? Okay. Yeah, we have mountains. Stand your ground. I don't know if there's someone who is trying to get you to do the opposite of whatever your instincts are telling you. So when it comes to your home, someone's trying to get you to like follow their course or their path or whatever this is that they want, or what they feel like they want for you, whatever path they feel like you should follow because they say you should follow it. Whoever this person is, or whatever this situationship, whatever this situation is, like you are meant to stand your ground. Yeah. At the bottom, we have hermit, retreat, and recharge. So anytime, I feel like anytime someone kind of gets you in your head, you face any type of obstacles or challenges when it comes to your home, the guidance is for you to go ahead and go into this mode where you are kind of going within. I feel like, there's something to do with that, again, with that home, with that, energy of like self-care, right? There's something to do with that. What else do we need to know? And I know this looks a mess, but of course the real thing will be, the messages that you hear. Why did I do that? We have Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted. I'm going to put that there. This is trying to come out. Broken Arrow, embrace the energy of peace. So I feel like there's something to do with like, I'm hearing home is where the heart is, making sure that your house or your actual, home, whatever you call home, that it feels like there's something there's something about rainbows, right? But that it just feels like a place that you really enjoy. And not only that, but that it feels like it's a place where you belong. Like you should not um feel like a stranger. I'm hearing that song. I can't remember who sings it, but she's saying she feels like a stranger in her own house. At the top is Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. Hmm. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Okay, we have I am good enough. So there could be an aspect of someone is not really standing up for themselves because they do not feel like they're good enough, or they don't feel like they deserve better than what they're already getting. And I assure you that is absolutely 100% not the truth. You are definitely good enough. It says, I have a higher purpose, and this has come in reverse. I feel like not to say that you don't have a higher purpose. I feel like you do, but you don't see it, or you don't feel like you do. And that's why someone is not necessarily pursuing what it is that they're meant to pursue. They're not really putting into it the way that they should, because someone just doesn't see that bigger picture, right? Someone just doesn't see like where they fit in. There's something to do with like fitting in, or feeling like you don't fit in, or wondering how it is that you could ever fit in. There's something to do with that. And then we have this one came out in reverse too. It says, I am divinely guided. What did I say? This is something about, we talked about like someone's ancestors. There's something to do with like being in your emotions, and it's kind of cutting off or severing ties between yourself and your ancestors to where you can't hear them. They're there. They're still there. They're still guiding you. They're still talking to you. And trying to move mountains to assist you, but you can't see it, you can't hear it, you can't feel it when you allow yourself to get to a point to where you're not at a certain frequency, and you're not able to tap in. Okay, anything else? Okay, I'm getting a no, that's all of the messages. So I hope that they were helpful. And of course, this one pops out. I am connected. That's interesting. There's some type of delayed reaction between someone's actual something that someone does and their actual guidance, or their them connecting to their ancestors. I feel